Hi there, today I am taking you to a place that I think I filmed many years ago. And I don't tend to go here very often because I'm not in this area. You saw the name flash there on the screen. This is Blue Mountain Thrift Store. It's in Palmyra. We were up at the Butcher Block Antiques in Annville, and then we kind of made our way around that area. So we decided to, well, I came in here to the thrift store, and Jimmy and Jenny are actually next door during this shopping trip at the discount grocery store, finding lots of snacks. They have moved this, the layout of the thrift store since the last time I was here. There's a lot more shelving for their hard goods. This is a bag of Just the Right Shoe. Some of these Just the Right shoes sell for really big money. The names of the shoes are on the bottom, and some sell for like $5. And I didn't really feel like trying to find the names of the shoes on that, so I just left that on the shelf. Anyway, getting back to this store, the lighting isn't that great, so it's more at an angle so you can see. And when I first discovered this thrift store, is probably like maybe 3 years ago. They used to do things on consignment, so if there was different price tags, and then it was a certain discount like 10%, 15, 20, and so on. And the price tags are different, but I didn't see any. Look at this turtle. It's so cute. I didn't see any signs posted about the different prices for the different discounts, so I don't know if they still do that or not. And since I hadn't been here, I would say a year, maybe a year or more, realistically. Of course, everything's new and exciting. The shelves are pretty packed. Oh, that's okay. It was just a box. So it was exciting to look through, but then as you can see, it's very shadowy because of the lighting situation. They have a really big clothing area in the store, and they used to have a ton of furniture. Now they have some furniture. It wasn't crazy. This was super pretty and caught my eye because of the detail of the bottle. And I believe it was hand painted, like a hobbyist piece. I don't think it was Fenton or Westmoreland or anything like that. Could be completely wrong, but I did like the look of it. Some of their prices were really high, and some of their prices were fine. And I think I wasn't really talking in the very beginning because this is a new place, and I always feel self-conscious when I film places I'm not used to, talking to myself. So I'm going to break away here and see if I'm actually talking to you during the trip. Okay, I just checked. I wasn't talking to you yet, so I'll talk to you now. I saw a lot of these Anthropologie mugs. I think I saw it here, obviously, maybe in Palmyra, and maybe in Lebanon. But there was a lot of these Anthropologie mugs. I used to pick those up all the time. They're kind of strange because the way that the handle is, the letter is off-centered. This caught my eye because it is black glass. And I always am drawn to black glass because you don't see a lot of it. I thought, what in the world is this? And some of you already know what it is, but I'm going to tell those of us who didn't know what it was. This is an L.E. Smith cookie jar. And I am taking the lid off to make sure there are no chips because this was only $6.99, and I felt that was a good price. It does have, well, the brand new ones. Oh, what am I looking here? Oh, the brand new ones, you could see the design, and I think there you could see the design. At one time it would have been brighter, the more, newer it was. This one I think is in very good shape for its age, and wanted to make sure again that there were no chips on that because of it being black glass and it was kind of dark in the store. I wanted to make sure that there wasn't any chips and that the finial wasn't repaired or anything like that. The final test will be when it's in the light box of truth, because the light box of truth always glaringly, obviously, like, well, how'd you miss that? So I decided to get the L.E. Smith cookie jar. I thought it was very neat. Of course, now I don't have a cart, so I have you in one hand and I have the cookie jar in the other, but we're going to soldier on and keep looking to see if there's anything else that grabs our attention. So far, this was my first thrift shop stop of the day. Those mugs were really neat. I felt that they were reproductions, obviously, but I couldn't touch them because my hands were full. Then I found these Fenton pieces. That one was $15, the green one. I was like, oh man, I've sold that twice actually. It's Cabbage Rose. I'm sorry, it's getting really wonky. And then that grabbed my attention as well. Now, this is a false craft. It's $15. It's false craft Mugsy, but it's a tumbler. Usually you see these as the steins. And I think the tumblers are a little bit harder to find. And even though this was $15, and I was like, oh, it's $15. I get that. Are you proud of me? Getting back to this is also Fenton Cabbage Rose. But that was too high of a price for me to buy and flip. And they weren't super duper exciting to me. They're beautiful. I'm not saying they weren't pretty. Like I've said, I've sold that green one twice now, but they were just a little bit too high for me. And now I have a free hand because I've set down the Ellie Smith showing these. I like those mugs. Obvious reproductions, but kind of a neat look because they're made to look old. Now we're going to get back to this Mugsy tumbler. Maybe not. Oh, I was checking this out too, this decanter, because you never know if there might be a MCM decanter hidden away in here. Don't worry, I do get the Mugsy tumbler. I took the time in the store to look them up to see how the mugs do compared to the tumblers, and like I said, couldn't find a lot of listings for those, so I decided that it was worth it. Why not take a chance? And so I took a chance on taking that. This was different. It was all open on the bottom, had no signatures. And then this was interesting. I hope this isn't anything because I didn't get it. The color drew me to it and the style of it, but this could go either way. This could be TJ Maxx, or it could have been, you know, one of a kind 1960s vase. I don't know. Then we're over kind of in the area where they used to have the furniture. There I am looking so serious. Look at this pig. It's a Crackle Barrel cookie jar. Super cute, but I hate shipping cookie jars or canisters because there's so much open space. That one was only $6.99. Super cute. I really like the style of it. Then I realized, hey, you guys can see me. So I waved at you. And now we're moving on to another area of their hard goods section. It was nice to walk around in here. The aisles weren't too narrow. Even though the shelves were full, that makes it fun for you know, when you're out hunting around to see what stores have. There, see, I have the mug, but I'm going to put that up, take it up, and put it down 100 times while I look at things. Here's another Anthropologie mug. And maybe it was here that I saw too, and then at the Palmyra. I don't know. It just seemed like that day there was a lot of those Anthropologie mugs. Down there is that autumn leaf pattern. And then here's a tiger in your tank mug. I used to think that these were worth a lot of money, but I don't really think that they're highly sought after or hard to find as they used to be. Maybe I could be wrong. I thought this was a cute mug. I wish there had been a Minnie Mouse, and that would have been a cute little pair together. Decided not to get those mugs and just stick with my two purchases that I had already found. Lots and lots of dishes. They had some bundled, some individually priced. Down here at the bottom, I thought, ooh, we're going to find the treasure in here. They had things, I thought they were open salts, and then there were little cordial glasses on that tray. And then in this shoebox, they had some, it looks like stone little aperitif glasses and some other things going on there. And then over here, this was different. I think this is more contemporary with those roots on it. And then this looked like it glowed, and I couldn't tell if this was old or new. And I thought I didn't have my light with me because Jimmy drove, but it turns out I did. But oh well, we'll never know. We'll never know if that glowed. It looked like it did. Then over here we have a set with a gravy boat and a salt and pepper shaker set. Checking out the name on this piece. And then over here, now we're kind of like in the kitchen area. For some reason there's a random hobbyist lady head over there. Now we're in, I'm not quite sure what, maybe the craft. It was kind of hard to tell. Oh, I think we're maybe in the Christmas area. They have a smaller Christmas section. They also have jewelry in the front of the store. They have some higher end things and maybe a silent auction. I'm not sure. I think they do silent auctions here too. But most of their jewelry is up front. I did check out the jewelry when I first came in, but I didn't see anything. I was hoping that maybe there was some big light or anything hidden away in there, but it was cute jewelry, but more contemporary, not anything that I usually look for. I usually shake trinket boxes to see if the trinket is inside, and if the trinket is inside, then I will do more investigation. Kind of saves you on time if you find a whole bunch of trinket boxes. Narrows down which one you want to bring home with you. See how I'm kind of going at an angle because it would have been too dark. I don't know what this store was before it was a thrift store, but the lighting is to be desired. But I'm still glad we stopped in, and I thought this looked like it was Blendo. That could be one Blendo oil or vinegar bottle. I am glad we stopped in, and like I said, I don't get up here too often in this area, but of course when I do like to stop in here, but I have not filmed here in a while. I'm looking to see if those horses are Breyer horses. They were not. And now we're kind of more in the front of the store where they had more of the Christmas stuff. They had Christmas trees for sale. Here, this tree changed prices as the dates moved. So maybe they still do that on certain areas. I don't know if it's all of the items. But I remember when I first, like I said, when I first discovered, it was very obvious things that were changing as the time changed, which I like consignment stores like that, because you can always take a chance and come back later, and hopefully your items will still be there. They had a whole bunch of these little ceramic trees. I thought that was cute with the 3 little trees. I was seeing if this was mass produced or a hobbyist piece, and then I saw the person's initials were on the inside, so that was a hobbyist piece. Lots and lots of Christmas coffee mugs. And then here on the end, it's a nativity and little houses, very nicely displayed. But this whole area that we're looking at, that used to be the hard goods section. It's nice how they change things around. And then we're going to end it with this pump organ, which I always film these when I find them, because we have one of these that I got for free at an in-person auction. And ours is prettier than this. I'm just going to say it. Ours is prettier. But Jimmy and Jenny joined me shortly, and I was like, hey, look, there's pump organ.
Later.
That video was a little short, so I decided to share my wall pocket collection with you. I've talked about my collection, and I've always said, oh, I need to show you my wall pocket collection. And I thought, well, today's a good day. It is very rainy and dark outside, and I'm up in my room, so there's not a lot of bright light, but I still think you can get the gist of my collection. I got this one at Goodwill. You might have seen me pick this one up. I really liked it. The flowers weren't broken. Well, majorly broken. That one is broken there, but I don't think it looks like it is. You know what I mean? Kind of looks like a natural flower, and I still have the price tag on there. I never took it off. $4.99 on that one. Most of these I got at thrift stores or Goodwill, or I got them at online auctions. This is a tiny little one as well. It has a maker's mark on there, but it reminds me of Italy or Italian or Portugal. This one was also a Goodwill find. It is marked somewhere on here. It had a made in China. I think I took the tag off. And I like this one because it was different. It had the bamboo. It has a big pot for the plant. This one, I think I got this one in an online auction. It's Hull pottery, Hull art, and it looks like a broom to me. It looks like a whisk broom if you had it this way. But you hang it this way, which is different. Then over here, this was also an online auction. I think there's a small chip. There's a chip right up there. Oh, there was another one. I thought this was really cool. It's a bright orange color, and I love orange, and I really like the bird on it. Kind of a three-dimensional look to it. And look how pretty it is from the back too. I would hang it this way, of course. But if you had it in a window, it would be neat because you could see both sides. This was an online auction, and I got the lot for this. It came with another wall pocket that I sold. It was a glass wall pocket. I actually recently sold, and then there was something else, and it was this. And when I saw this, I thought, gosh, that looks like Herb A. Thomas, and it didn't mention that it was signed or anything, and it is signed right down there, H-A-T, down there at the bottom. This is very, very pretty. This is probably the most expensive one I have in my collection, even though I didn't pay a lot for it because it was a auction. This one, I kind of want to think this is a Goodwill one too. This might have been one of the first ones I got. Was this one? I would say these two were the start of the collection. I got this at my honey hole that I don't film at, but I pick up things from time to time to sell on Whatnot and eBay. And this one I thought was really, really pretty. It does have a bird. You can kind of see there his beak's right there. And this is somebody. This is, if you Google this, maybe I'll add it to it after I do this little video of who this is. But this, I did Google it, and it actually is, if I'm not telling lies, or I'll have to go back. I'll have to go back and refilm this part. But I'm pretty sure that when I saw it, I was like, that has to be somebody. And I Google lensed it, and it turned out it is. But it doesn't really, that doesn't really matter to me. It was just more the beauty of it and what is appealing to me. That is why what I like about them. And then I like this one because it was very similar, the 3-dimensional bird. And there's the back. Marked, what's that marked? Marked something there. Maybe Japan, or I don't know, that looks like a mark to me, doesn't it? Anyway, there's the parrot again. So that is my collection of my wall pockets. I'm back. I did Google Lens this, and on eBay, it just is, it says, you know, beautiful cobalt blue bird wall pocket. Some people are selling 2 of them together. One person has it as an auto. I know some in the, like, let's see, I don't want to say in the olden times, but back in the day, cars would have vases with flowers in it, and those usually don't have, that I know of, I could be telling lies, they usually didn't have a hole in it. It sat in something. So this one, I really do think it is a wall pocket and not an automobile vase, but I'm not an expert. I just collect them. All right. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I would love to hear what things that you collect. And I do get this question often, and so I would say wall pockets and lady head vases are the 2 things, and swung glass vases. Swung glass vases are a little bit harder to collect because they are so expensive, but I would say lady head vases and wall pockets are the 2 things that I collect. I would love to hear what you collect. I hope you're having a great day. Take care, and I'll see ya.